What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Gunmeister. Hey, today we're going to be checking out the Sig P365. Now, this gun is really cool. I like this gun because it's packed full of features and it's super small package like this. But what's really great about this gun is almost like there's a little bit of magic in this thing, in that it has so many features and such a good capacity for its size. It's really ideal for a carry gun. Let me go ahead and show you some of the features that live inside this gun and tell you what you can expect to get when you buy it. So come on in a little closer. Let's see what we got. I've done a few things to this that I want to tell you about real quick because this is not standard, meaning you're not going to get this when you buy it. I put the Talon grips on here, of course, but I also have the flat trigger right here. Let me take a second and show you about that flat trigger so you know what I'm talking about. The 365 comes with a rounded trigger. The one I put in here is actually the trigger out of a P365 XL. This doesn't give you a lighter trigger pull, but what it does do is give you a 90-degree break. So it goes to here and you're on the wall, and when it breaks, the trigger is going to be at 90 degrees, just like that. One cool thing about this gun, whether you have the flat trigger or the rounded trigger, it doesn't matter. The reset is absolutely phenomenal. It's audible, you hear it, but as soon as it resets, you're right back on the wall, just like this. Right back on the wall and break. So those follow-up shots with this gun are really, really quick. So when you get this guy, it's going to come with two 10-round mags. One is a flat plate, one has this little angle on it. Gives you a little more real estate right there. Not a whole lot, but I mean, it's better than just the flat. The other thing you can get is a 12-round. Now the 12-round is really my preferred mag for this because it gives you a lot more purchase on the handle, just like this. But the nice thing with that is it gives you the same grip length as the Sig P365 XL. If you want to, they also make, and you can get, is a 15-round mag for this. Now the 15-round mag for this, I mean, you have a lot to hold on to. I just feel like it's kind of, I don't know, it fits in there, but it's odd, but it's a 15-round mag. So if you go to the range with this gun or whatever, it's good to have. That way you have a little more shooting time between reloads. The other thing with this gun that's really awesome is it comes with incredible night sights. And I want to show you what those look like. This sight right here with that green circle right there, although that big green circle doesn't glow, it helps you pick up your sight picture really, really fast. So if you get this gun, I want to show you a couple things about taking it down. Although it's not hard to do, there's a couple things you'll want to know, because if you don't know them, it's kind of frustrating. So to take this gun down, obviously, it's just rack it back, put the slide stop up, bring this forward, let the slide down, and it's off. Okay, so now you've got it off, and that's great. But to get it back on, you have to have this all the way down. And a lot of people are like, crap, it won't go down, it won't go down. Lift up on the slide release, then it will go all the way down, just like that. The other thing I was going to show you is when you put this back on here, this little piece right here, you can see it comes up when I pull the trigger, right there. See it? If that stays up and you try to put the slide on, the slide will not go back on. So to put the slide back on this gun, you're going to want to make sure that's down. Pull your slide release up, hold this down, and then your slide will go right back on there. Lock it in place, bring it forward, good to go. One other thing I want to tell you is I've had probably between 3,000 and 4,000 rounds through this gun. And I'm going to tell you something, I have never, ever had a failure to feed, a failure to eject, or a failure to fire with this gun. Now, in all fairness, this isn't one of the first ones. This is one of the newer releases. So I understand that the first ones had some issues, but as far as scratching up the mags, firing pins, braking, stuff like that, I have not experienced any of that stuff with this gun at all. But with all that being said, let's take it over the range, put it through its paces, and let's see how it does. Come on. Okay guys, I got the 10-round mag loaded up in here. Let's just take some shots here on the rifle range and see where our shot placement is, where our point of aim is on this gun. Let's do it. All right, that's awesome. I mean, with that front sight like that, with the big green sight, it's really easy and quick to kind of get your shots on target. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of this mag just right on that center mass and see how close we can get to that original point of hit. All right, so that's the 10 round. I'm gonna go ahead and load up the 12 round now. Let's try that. Let's run it a little faster, see what we can see. Okay, I want to show you what just happened, and I'm really glad that happened to me. What just happened wasn't a failure with the gun whatsoever, but if you look, the next round's ready to go. There's nothing jammed, there's no stovepipe, there's nothing like that. What I did is when I was shooting this, I had my hands like this and I'm shooting away. My thumb was riding that stop, the slide stop, up. And I've had that a few times with this gun, so when you shoot this gun, be mindful that you're not riding up on that slide stop, otherwise this could happen. That's no big deal. That's my fault, not the gun. All right, let's continue. One other thing I want to show you guys with this gun is when you go to drop these mags, because the size of the gun is so small, a lot of times they won't drop free because your hand is in the way. So when you drop them, you need to be mindful that your hand isn't in the way, because they do drop free, see? But when you hold it like this and you just go to drop it, you can't because it's just too small. All right? Again, not a fault with the gun, just something you need to know. Let's get the 15 rounder loaded up and see what she can do. So, you know, all those shots are right on center mass, very controllable. The recoil on this gun, surprisingly enough, even though it's so small, is very, very minor. I mean, this is, like I said, I've had this to the range many times. You can shoot this the whole day and you're not really going to feel like you've been beat down with the recoil, which on a lot of small guns, especially shooting 9mm and bigger calibers, you can really, really feel the recoil. But on this one, it's not so bad. I don't know, 3-inch barrel, pretty accurate. Is it accurate at 100 yards? I have no idea. Let's go find out. All right, guys. Well, you know, we're back here at 100 yards. We got the Sig P365. It says a 3-inch barrel, guys. We're at 100 yards. Let's see if we can put any on center mass. See what happens. Well, we were able to make contact with some of them. I wouldn't take this to the Serengeti and plan on taking 1,000-yard shots at your game with it, but you know, we were able to make some contact at 100 yards with this, which is not bad. I really would like to go test the accuracy on this in a real test. Let's go see how it does. Come on. All right, guys, so let's do an accuracy test on this. And in all fairness, when Sig made this gun, I don't think they intended for you to take it to shooting competitions or 100-yard shots and all that, although you can, but that's really not what it's intended for. It's a self-defense gun, no doubt about it. So we're going to go ahead and test this accuracy here at 7 yards and see how it does. For this test, we're going to be using the Federal Eagle 115 grain bulk ammunition. Let's see what we can do. There we go. All right, guys, so here's our group, and like I said, I was probably shooting a little bit faster than I should have been, but nevertheless, we still got a pretty decent group here. I mean, that's definitely going to do the job in a self-defense situation. One thing I do wonder, though, is with this really short barrel, being as it's only 3 inches, I'm wondering what that's really doing to your velocity. So let's go check that out. All right, guys, so for this whole shoot, we're just using the Federal bulk ammunition 115 grain. The thing is with this, your advertised velocity, foot per second, out of the muzzle is 1,125 feet per second. Now, I wonder what it's going to be on this Sig because the barrel is so short, like I said before, 3-inch barrel. So let's go ahead and do a 5-shot group and see what our average muzzle velocity is coming out of this gun. 1055, 1068, 1084, 1044, and 1086. All right, so on that, our average is 1067. So we're losing about 58 feet per second, which isn't horrible. You know, 58 feet per second is a big deal, but in the scheme of things, not really. That's actually pretty surprising. I think the next thing I like to do is let's take this over to the pistol range and run it and see what she does. Come on. All right, guys. Well, this is one of my favorite parts of the whole test on a gun review, and that's the pistol range. So I figured I got a couple 2 or 3 mags loaded up here. Let's go ahead and see if we can put these on target and hit that popper. Let's try it. Well, that was pretty fun. I love shooting this thing. Let's go again. That was awesome. I got one more mag. Let's just have a little fun with it. Nice. Love it, love it, love it. Fun, fun, fun. I love shooting this gun. This is a good gun to shoot. Even though it's really small, you can control it. It feels good in your hand, and it's just a lot of fun. And I think what we should do at this point is have a little more fun with an FSU. Come on. All right, guys, time for a little FSU surprise grab bag. Let's see what we can do. Looks good. It's not your typical FSU, but it'll get the job done. Know what I mean? All right, guys, I'm ready to go ahead and give the 365 its ratings. As far as build quality, no worries there. It's a Sig. Sig doesn't make garbage. Everything they make is pretty darn good. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4.5 stars there. As far as ergonomics, for a little gun, it's actually really good. All the controls are where they need to be. It's comfortable in the hand. It points well, it shoots well. I got no problems there, so I'm gonna give it 4 stars on that. As far as your accuracy goes, if you can hold it on sight and pull the trigger, it's gonna hit its target. Now, it's no target pistol, but it gets the job done. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4 stars there. Reliability, I've never had a problem with this gun. The only problem I've ever had, and I showed you guys, is when I ride that slide stop up and it locks the slide up in a little bit. It happens. That's where practice comes in, but again, not a fault of the gun. I'm gonna go ahead and give the reliability 4.5 stars. FSU, it did pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4.5 stars on the FSU. Overall, I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy 4.5 stars. It's a great little self-defense pistol. Hard to go wrong with the Sig. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Gunmeister. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, happy shooting. We'll see you guys next time on the Gunmeister. Probably gonna need to pick up a fire extinguisher too.
You're not doing that around me again. Holy shit.
Well, next time something's flying at you, you gotta get out of the way.